Hello, Watem here. Welcome back to some Umineko When Seagulls Cry. Sorry for the delay, but let's continue. Dear. Ah. Okay, I knew it was bad. I wasn't expecting her to then escalate it even more. And the social worker is still there? Hmm. I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay. Oh, okay. Maria admitted it honestly. If she hadn't admitted it, then Sakataro would have said something to take the blame. So by admitting it right away, she was protecting her small friend. Mm. 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 Maria fished around in her pockets, pulling out 4 ceramic rabbits with her tiny hand. The rabbits were her close friends, who could be together with her at school in Sakataro's place. When Rosa saw that, she shook her head slightly as though dizzy. On a school notice, it had been written that Maria was apparently bringing toys to school and playing with them, and her family was instructed to try and prevent this. Rosa had rejected that, blaming the teacher and phoning in a protest of her own to the school, saying that there was no way her child would bring toys to school. For nearly an hour, she'd shouted at the vice principal to stop making false accusations about her daughter. Well, it's not like she's around enough to know her own daughter. To a certain degree, those at the school had grasped that Maria was a pitiful girl. They knew that the small toys she brought in were her only friends, so they had done their best to overlook it. When the other students caught sight of them, some of the boys had started complaining that only she could bring toys, and the school had racked their brains on how to cope with this. They had tried to gently send a warning by way of the mother, but after Rose's overreaction, even Maria's teachers decided to overlook it. But now Rosa knew. She had been the one who was wrong, and her daughter really had been bringing toys to school. And those at the school had known that she was a disgrace who brought toys to school and played with them as though they were her only friends, because they are. Teresa, who thought her daughter was just a little different from normal children, having this peculiar side of her daughter exposed and found fault with, was, more than anything else, something she couldn't bear. So she howled. She raged. The district welfare officer tried to cut between Rosa and Maria again, but she only met with Rosa's wrath once more. Rosa once again threw the woman off with a face like a demon. And when even that failed to curb her anger, she stomped on the ground over and over again, so forcefully that it seemed she might break through the floor. Then, after seeming to come back to her senses for a second, she immediately froze her harsh breathing and asked Maria, Uh, I feel like this is going to go one of two ways. One, it's going to get worse, like a lot worse. Or two, she's going to say something with the purpose of uh, kind of disguising her own things to make it herself look better and look reasonable, even if she isn't. Yes. And she said that. Oh, okay. They're gonna go, aren't they? Rosa grabbed one of the rabbits from Maria's hands. Then she shoved it in front of Maria's eyes so that she could see it very well. Cute rabbit holding a trumpet was a small doll like a chess piece. She slowly lifted it into the air and dropped. Of course, Maria and Sakataro's eyes also followed it. And then, with a speed that the eye couldn't follow, she smashed it against the wall. Rosie, you're not making things better. Not at all. She'd half imagined that this worst possible thing might happen, but she instantly realized what had been done. So Maria let out a short, despairing scream. It was in pieces. It had been small and sturdy, but that hadn't been enough to withstand her mother's fierce rage. Hmm. She's traumatized. Like, what do you expect? Hmm. The view. Eek. Mama grabbed hold of Sakataro's head and took him from me. Then she smashed him against the wall over and over. It isn't. It's because of you. For some reason, my frantic request just added oil to the fire of Mama's anger. Mama pushed my arm aside as I tried to grab Sakataro and snatch him back. And in a bizarre way, she stuck her fingernails on both hands deep into Sakataro, twisting him. The red muffler, which I'd carefully wrapped for him every day, came off and fell to the floor. Oh, bye-bye. Sakataro, who'd been so precious to me, was twisted, smashed, torn out with fingernails so much. He was twisted in pain, his face curving in sadness. Then Mum's fingernails found a stitch at the neck and tore it. With the fingernails on both hands, she tore it apart. In that instant, Sakataro's yellow cloth and the cotton inside burst apart. Almost looked like moist cotton candy. Mhm. The crumpled yellow cloth and the cotton candy flowing out were thrust right in front of my eyes. Then, Three Mum's face, the evil being, stated it clearly. Uh, Mabet Mabapen Biskek Giku Giku Sakataro O Eknate? Ooh. Wow. Wow. Taro? Sakataro. Wow. No, the Switch, you can repair things, make things remember their original form. I guess if it's like being though, like Sakataro, I guess that doesn't count. Oh, oh, even the alliance. This is very much reminding me of Anjay with the Seven Sisters moment. Uh, Although I'm expecting that we might see a different outcome than what Anjay came with. That'd be my guess, at least. Oh. And so, because she herself destroyed it, it's makes it a lot more conceptually difficult or something. Uh, um, sure, she's talking about Sakatara right now. However, it applies to Maria as well. She's like, yeah, it seems a lot more that rather than necessarily liking or disliking Maria, she cares about her own reputation more than any of that. So in the last part, I gave some theories as to Rose's thought process. One of them being that, in both of them really, she cares about her own reputation. But one of them, the reputation is the primary focal point, and the other one is disliking Maria more so. Hence why she was staying away so often to avoid her. Which, yeah, perhaps that's still the case, but more than anything, it seems that she cares about her reputation and not her daughter's well-being or success. Beatrice's words were feeble, because she knew that, no matter what the excuse, it wouldn't be enough to calm Maria and make her accept it. But she had to communicate the painful truth to a disciple and close friend. She had to tell her the fact that even with all of her own power, even she could not revive Sakataro. Hmm. And so Maria's going to go even more into the occult in order to keep Sakataro's memory alive. Maybe, maybe not. Mm. And what makes it even more twisted is, despite all the abuse, her mum's the only emotional support really outside of her magic friends that she has. From the darkness behind Maria's back, two massive jet black arms crept out, twisting around Maria as she sobbed in anger. Then, massive fingernails stuck into Maria's chest and stomach. But, Rosa? Maria could not see that. But Beate could. Oh. Anger and sadness without any place to go will tear you apart. Beate knew that. She could see that. Yes. In the end, those massive arms were Maria's own. Those fingernails slowly started to eat into her chest and stomach. With their immense size and strength, those arms could probably tear Maria into bits easily. But Maria herself couldn't notice. Drowning in a sea of her own tears, she couldn't notice that her own arms were trying to tear apart her own chest. Mmm. Mm? Have a social worker? Oh. Mm. Oh. Oh, and back to the island of the witch. 12 years later. I planned on taking a nap, but the boat really was shaking bad. Are we getting battle, POV? I gave up on sleeping and went up onto the deck. There, I was woken by the sighing sun and a strong sea breeze. Hang on, no. I just remembered. We've already seen them beyond the island, so it can't be Bata. Yeah. Amakusa had been doing some stretches on the deck. He must have a lot of time on his hands, too. After all, it will be several more hours before we reach Nijima. Nijima, yeah. It would have It would only have taken a couple dozen minutes by airplane, but there was a chance that the Nijima airport was under the Sumadera family's web. The harbour would probably be the same. For that reason, I had obtained me a boat that would let me land while avoiding the harbour, no questions asked. I bumped into a cheery boat captain, treated him generously, and he had decided to help me out, amused. Amakusa apparently thought this because I was clutching Maria One-chan's diary under my arm. I'd been reading it half asleep, which was why I had come back up still clutching it. How long before you go to the island itself? Hmm. Several days have already passed since this journey began. After being told by Ben Costello on the roof of that building to search for the truth for 12 years ago, I'd left on a journey like trying to grasp a cloud. At the time, I felt as though I'd experienced something mystical, and had the feeling that I might be able to grasp some kind of miracle at the end of this journey. But after several days passed, my excitement died down. On that day, when I stood on the roof of that skyscraper, my heart was completely cornered and dead. So I'd wanted from the bottom of my heart to be released from the cage of my body and rise into the sky, and had crossed the fence in order to die. Maybe experiencing the desire to die and actually stepping forwards, throwing my body down. Or some kind of mystical experience inside my head, making me think I had received a message from a witch. The excitement from my jump lessened over time, and the more I came back to my senses, the more this journey lost its meaning. But I didn't even consider suspending this journey just because of that. If I stop this journey, it'll mean acknowledging that the message from that witch was an illusion. Perhaps at the end of this, she'll jump into the tea party at like witch's tea party at Rokkenjima, to prevent battle. So maybe this is beforehand. Maybe it's happening at the same time as the current game. And I felt as though that meant throwing away the promise the witch made, and any chance that someone from my family might come back. So, because it was hard to believe that those events were an illusion, I've continued on my journey. I don't seriously believe that this journey will change anything. It's even up to me when to end this journey. It's up to me to choose where the final destination is. In the end, this journey is only for my self-satisfaction. A good reason as any. Life's a big journey. All depends which path you want to take down. In any case, I hope you've all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments, and until next time, see ya!